I can get your quick thoughts to the kind of arguments being presented in the court as we speak. ED, they're maintaining that the profit margin for the wholesalers was raised from 6% earlier to 12%. Do you think there is any strong defense that the Aam Aadmi Party can come up with in this argument being made by the Enforcement Directorate?
As of now, there are sufficient evidences on record, even gathered by the CBI and further which is to be gathered by the ED, which will substantiate and will say and will convince the court that the further investigation may be allowed to be given to the premier agency, that is Enforcement Directorate. Why I am saying? Because the investigation which has revealed that contentious Delhi Excise Policy 2021 and which established prima facie violations of GL/CTT Act, Transaction of Business Rules, Delhi Excise Act and Delhi Excise Rules, and that was in addition to deliberate and gross procedural lapses to provide post-tender undue benefits to liquor licenses for the year 21-22, and which indicates substantially a financial quid pro quo at the top political level, wherein then Minister in charge of Excise Department, Mr. Manish Sisodia, took and got executed major decisions in a violation of statutory provisions and notified excise policy. That has huge financial implications, means that from 6% to increasing 12% itself shows there is a gross procedural lapses and financial favors allegedly has been given to liquor licenses much after the tenders had been awarded, and which caused the loss to the exchequer. So in fact, the Rule 57 of the Transaction of Business Rule 1993, which mandates the Chief Secretary to flag any deviation from let-down procedures, and the Chief Minister was and to take an action pursuant thereto, and that policy was changed at a time when the Delta COVID wave was, people were dying because of that, and that was opposed by the civil society, religious groups, educational institutions, parents' bodies, opposition alike, and it was brought in the middle of deadly Delta wave, and which was there that the subsequent cabinet decision was taken without the approval of the LG in order to benefit private liquor barons in lieu of financial benefits. These are the evidences. And see, the number of mobile phones, then using number of mobile phones, then all of a sudden giving this post facto approval without the cabinet's approval, without the LG's approval, all these are the financial irregularities, and 144 crore rupees is clearly indicative, and that is why ED is saying there was a conspiracy orchestrated by Nair, Mr. Sisodia, Miss K. Kavita and many others, and South Group paid a kickback of nearly rupees 100 crore to AAP leaders. That is the ED saying. So let's see what happens. But as of now, there are sufficient evidences which says that this is the institutionalized corruption. Over to you.
Yes, Mr. Dubey, stay with us. Let's take the same point across to Desh Ratan Nigam, who continues to be with us. One of the very strong points there being mentioned by the Enforcement Directorate is that there was a key meet that was held between one of the key accused in this case, who is Vijay Nair, with K. Kavita. So this definitely would require a very strong defense on part of Manish Sisodia.
I could not hear your question properly.
Yes, Mr. Desh Ratan Nigam, I was mentioning one of the arguments being presented by the Enforcement Directorate, who has said that there was a meeting that was held between the BRS leader K. Kavita and one of the key accused, which is Vijay Nair in this case.
Yes, you know, the secret meetings that have taken